not attention seeking. I've gone through a lot in my life. I'm showing my scars for you all. I am proud of my scars.
Hey guys, welcome to another video. Crazy hair aside, how you been? Yes, in today's video, we're gonna get deep, y'all. We're gonna go back to a past of pain. No, I'm kidding. No, today we're gonna be doing scar makeup. So, what we are gonna need, and y'all actually need this, because I don't know any other different types of makeup you could use to take place of this. You know what I'm trying to say. To be in the place. Whatever. There's no other ways you can use this. I'm going to redo this. This doesn't make sense. What I mean to say, you're confused. I'm confused. Haha. There are no other replacements. I mean, for this look. Because usually I'm like, oh, you can use face paint or eyeshadow. And I'll tell you how much eyeshadow you can use. Or you can use fake stage blood, but you can also make your own. But with this, you absolutely need scar liquid. So that can either be Ben Nye, Maron. If there's other companies that I don't know about, please leave that down in the comments. I'm sure there is, but I only use the other two because that's all I know. So I'm going to be using, of course, the Maron Scar Liquid. And you're also going to need a palette of eyeshadow. Now, I suggest eyeshadow for this because it'll make the details a lot more realistic. I'm sure you can use face paint, but again, it'll be very pigmented, and that's not what we're looking for, because any scars you have aren't pigmented. Like, I have a scar right here, and it's not very pigmented. Like, it's an obvious scar, but it's not pigmented. So the palette I'm going to be using today is from Popfeel. It's their diamond palette, and yes, it was cheap and it didn't have a cover, but the colors are bomb. So I'm going to be using this palette today, and I'm going to be using the light pink right here. It doesn't have a name, but I'm going to be using that as my base for the scar, and this peach tone here to color over it to make it look kind of dull, because as you can see on a scar, it's kind of white around the edges, but like it's still red in the center. So that's what we're going to be going for today. So another thing I forgot to mention is we are going to need a translucent powder over the area where we're going to make our scar. So what I'm going to be using today is the CoverGirl translucent powder. Again, you can use any other kind of translucent powder as long as it's translucent for this look and any special effects makeup look. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so now that we're all powdered fresh and we're ready to do makeup, I'm going to be going where this little dent in my cheek is, and that's just going to create the, like, perfect scar in my opinion. But again, you can create scars anywhere you want on your face. For me, though, for the example I want to make, it's just right here. So just give our little scar tissue stuff, scar liquid, Beth, oh my gosh, a little shake. And now we'll just apply it to the dent, and be generous with this again. So it comes with its own brush, and you just want to be generous with it and just whoop and apply. Let's do that. So if you've never used scarring liquid in your entire life, and let's just hypothetically say this is the first time you're ever using it, you will feel it tighten, and it tightens quite fast on your skin like liquid latex does. And what it's doing is it's tightening the skin, as you can see where you've created your scar. Now, this can be removed with makeup remover of any kind, or if you don't have makeup remover, oil and water. So you take a little bit of warm oil. Oh my gosh, no, don't do that.
Jesus Christ.
Warm water, lukewarm room temperature water, and about a teaspoon of oil. And you'll want to mix that. Even though oil and water don't mix, you want to blend it with your fingers as much as you can. Put it on a tissue or a cotton swab or a face swab, and you just bring it over there to remove all of the makeup. And it'll come off like that, as if nothing ever happened. So now that our scar is now nice and dry. See how cool that looks? Ooh. Let's get to decorating. I love decorating, whether it's a Christmas tree or a bedroom, or a face. I love decorating. So what you're going to need is a detailed brush. Now, again, I'm using a detailed paintbrush. You can use any kind of brush, but as long as it's detailed, because for this, you're going to need precision. It's a scar. So we take our little detailed brush, like so, and we're going to be using the light pink color on our palette. Well, not light pink, but pink color. And we're going to want to give it a generous brush. We're just coat your brush generously. Oh my God. Okay. And what you're going to want to do is, do you see in the scar here where it has the dip? That's where you're going to want to trace. So that, like with this, you're going to want to trace it down this way to show that it's still underneath, it's still healing, and it might never heal. Things like that. Well, scars that fully heal turn white and sometimes they fade, but this one's still healing. Okay, so now that our scar is perfectly colored in, it looks a little pink. So you're like, does it look real? No, not really. So what we're going to do now, the color I'm going to be using, like I said earlier, is going to be a peach tone. Well, it looks really white on camera. That doesn't really... Well, it is a peach tone. Oops, I pointed to the wrong one. Anyway, there it is. And it's going to be between these colors for my skin tone. Everybody's skin tone is different. But with any scar, there's whiteness around it. So, around the edges of the scar, we're going to add detail. But for now, I'm just going to lightly go over it with the said peach tone. Oh my goodness. And just lightly cover it. Again, can I just say real quick that I'm sorry? I can't get my words out today, and that is alarming. Now, we've added the little bit of white tone over our scar, and the important thing with doing that is you don't want to add too much, and you don't want to wash out the pink altogether, because then it's not going to look like anything. It's just going to look like a dent in your skin, like a dimple, but that's a really long, alarming dimple. So, now we're going to add a white tone right here at the, well, that looks gray, never mind, this one. I know colors. Anyway, we're going to add this one, and what we're going to want to do is, right where the crease is, where the pink is, we're going to take our detailed brush and just go right beside it, like right here, and just create a thin white line down the scar, because anything like a real scar has white around it. And there you have it, folks, a scary scar. Ooh. Looks legit. That's one thing I love about real effects. Like when doing any type of special effects and you just really go for realism, I love it because it looks so real. And you can mess with people. I know. Is it sick? Probably. Shall we do a photo shoot? Oh, I think we should, as per usual. Well, there you guys go. That's all for today's video. Like I've said before, and I will continue to say for the rest of my life, I love effects makeup. I would totally suggest this for Halloween, hands down. But also, if you want to pull a prank on somebody, I'm not going to judge you. But I mean, if you don't tell them it's a prank, you're kind of a... Oh, did I swear? You'll never know. Okay, that's all for today's video, guys. Leave a like, share this with your friends if you found this fun. Or get together with your friends virtually and like totally do this. It's so fun. And that's everything for today, guys. And cut!